reflect on last year's playoffs and what the biggest lesson you learned was?
Yeah, I mean, it's been back-to-back years now of losing that way in the second round, so I think we've learned multiple lessons along the way, and our younger guys are still growing and learning. It was another growth, moment for us where guys can learn and get better from. So I think guys have been dedicated to getting better this summer and taking it upon themselves and coming back with, an optimistic mindset of changing the script.
What happened in terms of, were you working out? So like last year, were you working out and had the injury, or was
Yeah, I was just working out and went to jump off my foot and it just cracked. So kind of unlucky and unfortunate, but we're here now and dealing with it, and I'll be all right.
See, you're not obviously in a boot, which is good. You're able to walk around at least slowly. Because I don't know where you at in the recovery process?
I'm five weeks out of surgery. I'm not going to put a timetable on my return, but 5 weeks out of surgery and go get a check-in with the doctor at week 6 to hopefully start the getting back process from that. So I'm in a good spot right now, and everything seems to be healing.
Donovan just said that his mindset kind of shifted when he found out that you were hurt and wanted to kind of pick up where you will be absent. How does that make you feel, knowing that your team has your back in that regard, that they're so quick to want to be able to fill that void and have your back while you recover and get back on the court?
Yeah, I don't think that's all going to be on Don. I mean, we have a lot of guys that are going to be able to step up, and it's going to be a next man up mentality, and somebody, Sam Merrill's going to play a lot more. Who knows? It's early in the season. There's going to be a lot of growing pains and guys figuring out their roles and where they can fit in. So I think we'll be fine. Don doesn't need to do it all himself. I'm sure he wants to, but a lot of guys are going to be able to step up and fill that void.
Max Kenny was saying last week he felt like his hair was on fire when he first got here last year just because he had to work with the Olympic team and he's trying to go back and forth. Looking back on that, what do you make of all the plates he was spinning and how he managed that when he first got here?
I mean, it's hard not to say he did a good job. We were the best team in the NBA, but as we all found out, the regular season doesn't matter. So, we're all dedicated. We're all ready to get back in the gym and get back, into the season and in the flow of things, and ready to, when those lights get bright again in the playoffs, be ready this year.
Given the emphasis Kenny puts on player development, what is the benefit of having a full off-season, a full summer program?
Yeah, it's huge for a lot of guys. It's huge to get in the gym, be around, the coaching staff, be around their system again. We're a year under his belt, so I'd say the first year went pretty well, but hopefully it only gets better from here. And guys are buying into the system and buying into what they can be better at, and Kenny's done a good job of focusing that on each individual player.
Obviously he's done a good job of that, but for you guys, the players, to take initiative after what happened last year, Evan's hosting guys over in LA and Donovan's doing his stuff in New York, just for them to lead that charge, what does that mean for this team just as far as like getting past what happened?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a growth in maturity. There's been a level of maturity that has risen between everybody. I think everybody kind of took it personal last year and realizes what's at hand here and how special this group of players is in this team that we have. So, you don't want to waste years. And I think, as Evan's getting older, he's kind of understanding that and coming into his own as a person and as a leader. So I'm happy to see Evan take that growth, and he's going to have a huge year for us.
What's the mental challenge of, like you say, the regular season doesn't matter, but also you want to build good habits over the course of 82 games?
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole goal of it. Go through all those experiences, go through the ups and downs of regular season to prepare you for the playoffs. I think we did a good job of that last year, but we ran into a team that was hot and playing well. So we will be more prepared and be ready for that. And all we can do is do what we do all year and prepare every single day and each and every day for that moment.
Going back to that culture aspect of the team, I've always noticed that the Cavs have such a distinct family culture that you guys work with. How is that being reestablished this season and reiterated to new players?
I don't really think we have to reestablish it. We're bringing a lot of the same guys back. So we just added a couple family members and Lonzo and Thomas, and it's just guys that are going to have to get acclimated to that. And we'll get Dre under our belt for a little more time, and that'll be great for him and for us. So we're really excited to bring basically the core group back, and it's a great locker room. It's a great group of guys, and we're excited I'll be back again.
We saw you at Darius's celebrity softball game and your basketball game as well, and you just talked with so much excitement about this coming season. How have you been handling the mental aspect of another injury since the beginning?
phenomenal question. It's not easy, but just take it day by day, and I know I'll be all right in the end because of the work that I put in and how serious I take my rehab. So I've been going at it every single day and trying to push as much as I can without being stupid. So I'll be ready when the time comes, and I can't wait for that moment. The optimism is still there. The positive vibe is still there. I still want to be around this group and be able to contribute at a high level. So I'm excited to get back, and it sucks right now, but it'll be fine in the long run.
How have you been able to stay mentally sharp through this process?
Yeah, I mean, just taking it day by day, really focusing on the rehab and, whatever I can do in that moment, just doing the most that I can and pushing myself to the fullest and taking each day one day at a time.
When you look at the current Eastern Conference, where do you think this team stands?
I mean, I don't see why we're not still at the top. I think we all believe we belong there and have showed that, and we will again show that where we belong in the regular season and continue to prove it in the postseason.
Can this season be a success if you don't play in your mountain?
You're asking the wrong guy.
I'm asking Greg.
I don't think so. I think this team is capable of that. Without putting a tremendous amount of pressure on us, I don't see why we can't be there.
How important is it to continue to be a star in your role?
Yeah, that's being a role player in the NBA. That's what I have to do every single day, and what I have to do to help this team win. So whatever that may be, my role continues to change daily. So whatever that day brings, just got to be the best and continue to help my teammates.
You spoke to Sam having a larger role on this squad. What does that look like, do you think, as far as just his increased responsibilities?
Same thing Sam Merrill does every year. Be a consistent human being, be a consistent player. Defensively, offensively, Sam's great. He's been great for us and will continue to be great for us. And with the bigger role and more responsibility, I think he'll thrive even more.
Last question.
Yeah, I think Lonzo's going to be great for us. He brings a different dimension of ball movement and playing fast and getting out and running, and he also jumps things up on the defensive end. So I'm excited to get out there with Lonzo and see what he can bring to this group.